My dad imposed a new law to us last year. We could only use 2 paper towels per meal. So why, we asked. To reduce fees, he simply answered. The thing is that was 1 year ago. And it was not until the early of this year that I realized the true meaning behind his actions. Paper napkins or towels are among the most commonly used goods on the planet, next to nylon bags and plastic cups. It is recorded that on average, a family of 4 uses 426 paper towels per week. That means that 1 person uses 15 paper napkins per day. So how many do you think you use? 2 or 3? So it's no surprise that paper napkins can eat up to $500 of your family income. And furthermore, I want to elaborate on how they actually harm the environment. To produce 1 ton of paper towels, it requires 170 trees and 20,000 gallons of water. Now let me tell you this, 170 trees can actually produce 18 tons of oxygen and absorb 2 tons of dust and CO2. 20,000 gallons of water can actually save areas in countries such as India or Yemen from water crisis. Now, that's just 1 ton. And in Vietnam, we use 164,453 paper napkins per year. Imagine how those resources could be utilized instead of making your own paper towels that you are overusing every day. Furthermore, napkins are unrecyclable. It is very hard to actually separate the paper powder from the grease that you use napkins to wipe. So that's why 3,000 paper napkins are actually dumped into landfills each year. And luckily, they decompose after 2 or 3 weeks, but generate methane when they do so. In this process, in 2015, they generated 15 billion pounds of methane. Methane, or CH4, is also a major greenhouse gas, and it is 84 times much more harmful than CO2. So again, we are contributing to global warming and climate change once again and without knowing it. Imagine how our lives could be better, how the air will be cleaner, especially in Hanoi these days when our air pollution rate is ranked among the highest in the world. Imagine what our life prospects we would have if we haven't overused these napkins. You are actually swapping your life, what your life could have become and the precious resources of the nature for just a single sheet of paper napkins. And only for a single use. So the best thing that we can do now is to reduce it. How do you reduce it? First, start with small things. There are alternatives to paper napkins, such as washcloths or handkerchiefs. They are much more durable and they are much more fashionable also. Like, for example, when you are having a meal, if you spill something on the table, you don't have to use paper napkins anymore. You can use washcloths as they are more absorbent and much more cleaner. And when you have to wipe your mouth, use handkerchiefs. They're much more hygienic, as a matter of fact, and they can be reusable, and that's a major leap for the environment. Or for instance, the next time you go to the toilet and wash your hands, you shake and fold, as what Joe Smith has said, or use an electric hand dryer, especially in public bathrooms, or even just leave them there. By doing this, you may find yourself living a bit greener and doing a huge favor to yourself and the environment. Thank you.